Hey, Gox here. So, we are back online, Madden Ultimate Team. YouTube, it was no interruption since I had videos ready to go. And thanks for everybody hanging out over the weekend with the videos. We weren't on stream at all. We were out of town. I don't know if I'm going to reveal where the fox was because we like to stay foxy. But let's talk about Team of the Week. We'll talk about the market. And oh my God, when I was gone, they did some crazy stuff I see. We're going to get to that a little later. We'll talk about the playoff promo, all that jazz. But Mike Hughes, Team of the Week's coming out tomorrow. I would assume it's going to be the same times it always is, 2 p.m. Eastern or thereabouts, maybe a little after. They've been kind of lazy with it this year, been pretty late with it. But 94 speed on a cornerback, a man-to-man cornerback without the press. Now, I've run into a few guys more lately running man-to-man schemes on next gen. The current gen man-to-man schemes are going for a while, but now that we got a lot of corners at like 99 speed with high-end man coverage, high-end press, I'm starting to see it a lot more. And I will say, there's one guy that ran deep route KO and one steps, right? It was 3 deep route KOs and 2 one steps, and it was a really good blitz, right? He was sending like 7 at me every play. And I was having a hard time gaining yards against them. Like, obviously, I still scored a few times because it's the way of the game, but I was impressed at how well those deep route KOs absolutely locked me down on most of my throws. So, anyways, they did have press, though, right? So, not having the press man as high as could be, it's tough, right? Because, like, you want to be able to mix in press along with shaded over the top man coverage, kind of throw off some reads, and different routes come open against those two type of coverages. So, having a low press, I don't necessarily love this Mike Hughes for man-to-man corner. Obviously, if he's on your Chiefs theme team, you're going to want to pick him up. But next card, Darius Leonard, a 90 speed outside linebacker. No pass rush stats to speak of, so he's a coverage guy. Generally, coverage linebackers don't play very well. They don't read the run better than anybody else. They don't really cause a lot more fumbles. Now, there is a little bit there to it with the added weight, but it's not that much more valuable because you do have to put Lurker on them. He's a run stopper, so I think Lurker's 2 on him, 2 AP. So really not a great card, sadly, for somebody that is great IRL and is a hero. They're going to reveal right here, I should show this. The limiteds and elites will be revealed on GMM tomorrow, so we'll cover those tomorrow morning in another video. Maybe I'll think about what I'm going to do tomorrow. But this is the Market Monday. Fred Taylor here. Wow, okay. Is he the best back in the game right now? 96. What's his weight? It's got to be like 210, 220-ish maybe. He's not overly heavy, but these attributes are really, really good for Fred. Much better than Fred's really ever gotten before, to our knowledge. Kenny Houston at 93 speed. I like him because he's tall. His hit power is a little bit low, which is kind of frustrating as you really want your hit sticks to land and separate man from ball. 96 zone coverage is nice. So Ken Houston should be a solid card for you. He's on the Oilers right there, or the Titans as they're so called now. Shout out to the Steelers for getting the playoffs. I don't know why the Titans remind me of that, but Joe Horn, 94 speed. Now this guy's got deep route running, short route running across the board. Not overly tall, but I don't think he's like I don't remember Joe Horn's height now. I think he's right. I think he's more in the middle. But it's good for the theme team, I guess. It's nothing that's really going to make like the hair on your chest stand up at all. But Joe Horn's fine. Reggie White, then 83. I still don't understand why Reggie White's got 83 speed when Richard Seymour's got 90. It still blows my mind how that Bo Nose card's got such great stats for them. But Reggie White, I don't know. He's kind of missing that it factor for me right now in the game, just because they've done other cards so crazy. They get like 95 block shed, 95 power move, 95 finesse move. Now White's will be okay if you slide him into defensive tackle. I think he's over 300 pounds. He's decent. He's a power rushing end, so not like you're gonna get inside stuff very cheap. But we'll see how 97 power move plays. Overall, I'm a little bit down on Reggie versus previous years. I know he's got great traits, which is kind of cool, but I guess we'll see. We'll try and play him at D-tackle or something. But I'm at D-tackle right now. I'm running with like a 90 speed Richard Seymour with very similar stats. So I don't know. Well, I'll decide. Okay. Anyways, that's Team of the Week. Let's go over and talk about the market. What happened to it? Like, you guys got to let me know. They must have went crazy on pack odds. Campus Heroes 2 launched on Friday. These packs themselves, I haven't opened any of them. 94% chance at a 94 plus, which is, the top card of Campus Heroes. You're guaranteed an 85 overall Campus Heroes card. Do I have any points? No. Let's buy one with coins, and we'll see. But basically, what we saw over the weekend, or what I just came back to, I just looked it up. I tweeted out right after seeing it. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, they absolutely went ham on pack odds because the market in some instances have been cut in half. A lot of it's down like 30 to 40. I think it's 30 to 40% across the board. Every single like spot right there. The overalls went up to 96. That's how we got 96, 97 limited for the Legends over the weekend. We got my guy Alan Faneca getting one. Clay got a card too. But yeah, I think with those overalls going up, they've crashed it, right? Because here, let me go back and show you what I just updated these things to. Whoops. All right. So all these things. Let me show you. It's kind of screwed up there. All right. Redo. So we went from like 20 to 11 to 8, 11 to 9. That one I screwed up on. To 6, 12 to 6. It got cut in half. At 84, it got cut in half. That's crazy. 11 to 7. 13 to 8, 11 to 7, 14 to 8. Whoop! I did something wrong. I don't want to print this. Whoops. Okay, total 3 pages. No. Okay. Well, exercise is over. All right. 7, 13 to 9, 7 to 12 to 7, 10 to 7, 12 to 6. And 93s got cut in half. 94s down to 7 per, 95s, and then I went and I screwed things up, so I just redid it. But anyways, wild how much the market. And this is what we talked about in previous weeks of Market Monday, is these pack odd changes changed so much about the market. So even though, like, yeah, we got new content coming in the game, it wasn't until the pack out rage, I believe, of Saturday that they crashed. Now, you guys can correct me in the comments, but over this weekend, between Friday and Saturday, the market crashed, and I do believe it was due to these legend packs. 5.8% chance at a 94 plus. There's a 20% chance at a 92. So 1 out of 5 of these packs will be spitting out a 92, which, you know, it feels like it should be better than that, but just that amount, like even just those slight pack odds change, it looks like it's affected the market greatly with training rolling down. Because generally, like if you recall previous promos, right? Whenever we get like a reroll, right, with training to reroll for these Campus Heroes 2 players, training generally stands up, right? Like training generally holds because people are demanding training for the new content. But if the new content it's still coming out. The new content comes out demanding training, and the market still crash. It's just due to pack odds. Okay, so that was huge market crash. I hope you guys, had coins and were able to upgrade your team after the crash. Probably get new pack odds again after the Super Bowl, right? I think we're basically cruising with these pack odds to the Super Bowl. We'll see what kind of packs come out. But with that said, playoff promo, what's on its way, right? There was a decent thing. Do I have it here? No, there's a decent thing. We could go look at the Reddit playoff. We can go ahead and go take a look at the old Reddits and take a look at what their guesses are for the playoff promo. But otherwise, like, playoff promo is gonna be pretty similar. I would assume to previous years. Sets within sets. It was all right. I don't mind. You guys can go ahead and take a look at yourself. Steelers getting Freiermuth and Hayden. Love it. They need Freiermuth. Absolutely true. So there'll be like one big card for it. 50 overall Wentz. Allen and Hyde. Hopefully for the Bills there. We got Niners, Armstead and Ayuk. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who you guys should get for the playoff promo. As for the market implications of the playoff promo, it's to be seen. Last year, like, you could stock up on some cards. Actually, I didn't bring up the playoff promo from Madden 21. Let's see if I can find it on Mudhead by going backwards for it. Let me think. Previous, and then we can kind of look at it. Should have done this beforehand. My apologies for not doing that. All right. So the playoff promo last year, there was multiple parts to it. And, like, the first part, like, the more that your team wins, the more cards they get, right? Because there's multiple portions of it. And I think I went through this maybe last week on Market Monday, or did I go through it on stream? But okay, here's part 1 of the playoff promo. Now, we got it January 8th last year. Obviously delayed this year due to the later playoff. But every team got a couple 95 overalls, which is very cool. So just, expect something similar. 95 overalls. Hopefully that's something. There was one playoff master, Steve Smith, 97 overall. Sadly, you weren't able to do it until like the 3rd week of the playoffs. So that was kind of frustrating that it took so long for us to get it. There were sets for the playoff masters, sets for the 95 overall. Now, what was cool about this was that, like, it used old content for the new content. So if you do, I will go ahead and hold on and try and maybe, like, speculate based off last year. Hey, maybe it'll take 89s, 87s, 85s again. The thing is, like, what's cool about this, if it takes a 785s and if it raises that, we do have rerolls for 85. So like, if it takes a 85 and you're like, hey, 85's jumping price, let me arbitrage on down to it. Now I know this roll ended up being a net negative, so depending on how high price the 85s go, this could end up being okay for you. Because the high price that you sell these guys for in the market, or just do the 95 overall playoff fantasy pack. It's not a bad idea. So I don't recommend investing in 85s because they seem to be easy to get with this reroll, and always just remember that. The rest of it, these are all 90 pluses, 91 pluses, so not great, not easy to get the other cards through rolls and stuff. Campus heroes, you're fine, but generally, like, if you were to invest, I'd definitely look at maybe the higher two if you do want to speculate. Obviously, it's pure speculation. EA could definitely change the sets over from year to year, but that's kind of it. We got challenges last year in the playoff promo, the playoff celebration. So that's it. Like, if you want to speculate, obviously the gap pack method, people are still profiting on. I gotta mention that every week because people keep forgetting. Don't ever forget about Dre or the gap pack method, I think is the old words about it. But good luck. That's the playoff promo. They're going to reveal it, I think, Thursday on GMM, so be aware of that. We'll be talking about the Team of the Week tomorrow. Obviously, like, Team of the Week sets, I don't know. We'll see what they end up putting out here for the new stuff, for the new cards. But I would expect these sets overalls to go up. Let me take a look at Week 13 sets first. 83 to 90. So if, like, it's not a bad idea, right? If these playoff promos become the same sets, right? If we have these same sets that we got here, these 89s, 80, 87 to 88s, maybe if this goes up to like 85 through like 92 or whatever it is, this exchange set it might not be too bad. Obviously for week 14 and 15 tomorrow, we'll of course see that, but just something to keep in the back of your mind, something to think about. But I think that's all I want to talk about for Market Monday today. We'll talk about more about Team of the Week, obviously, tomorrow with other things going on in MUT. I got a lot of catching up to do. Let me know in the comments what I've missed over the weekend, what crazy stuff you've done, pulls, games, won, stuff like that. Otherwise, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Call to action. I will see y'all tomorrow.